Welcome to another mini adventure here in Discovery Mountain. In our last season called In the Beginning, a special visitor, Rich, arrived in Discovery Mountain. Gadget took the dinosaur bone out of his Jeep and, there was a big adventure in town after that. Now, if you haven't heard it yet, the entire season is available at discoverymountain.com. Well, Jake volunteered to deliver that dinosaur bone back to the professor, and he's been at the dig site for a few days now. Oh, did you hear that? Rich is almost at the site. Let's exercise our faith together and see just how all things do work together for good for those who love God. Grab your dinosaur expert hat and let's take a mini adventure.
Professor Z?
Oh, Jake, yes. Let me guess. You have another question for me.
Yeah, Professor, is the plaster dry? Can we lift out the bone today?
It should be. Jake, do you hear that?
Hear what?
Professor!
Rich, I thought you'd never get here.
Well, I had a little delay with McGee. It's a long story.
Hey, Mud Guy!
Jake, hi. Hey, Mr. Simon and everyone asked me to check on you.
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm learning lots, and Professor Z...
And asking lots of questions.
Well, there's a box in the back of my Jeep for you. Special delivery.
Trail mix?
Why don't you take a look?
Oh, boy, yeah.
Rich, thank you for delivering the dinosaur bone with Jake.
Are you still gonna sell it?
I don't really want to part with it, but I can't afford to keep the dig site open without selling it. I need the money.
Oh, Professor Z, that reminds me. McGee sent this for you.
McGee?
Yeah, I met him in Discovery Mountain, and, well, he asked me to give this to you.
Well, let's take a look.
Professor Z, would you like to try my trail mix?
Just a minute, Jake. He's reading a very important letter.
Oh, who's it from?
McGee.
Rich, I can't believe this. I don't even know this McGee.
Oh, he's Mr. Simon's friend.
But how does he know all about my dig site and my mission here?
I don't know. We really didn't talk about it.
Look, he says he supports my work here, that dinosaurs prove that we can trust the Bible, and that God created the world in 6 days, just as the Bible says.
That's good news. What else?
Let's see. Look inside the envelope. This should keep you in business, McGee.
What's in the envelope?
I don't know. Oh!
It couldn't be. Diamonds?
McGee found them on his property.
I can't believe it. But how did he know about...
Oh, he must have read my postcards.
That's right. Jake, your postcards talked all about the professor's work.
Jake, how can I ever thank you for helping me like this?
You could let me lift that dinosaur bone from the earth today.
Wait, is it plastered already?
Yes, we put plaster on the bone last night.
You know, Rich, if you don't put plaster on the bone, it'll break when you lift it out. You know, it's very brittle.
That's true. I know that, Jake. Thanks.
Jake, you may lift the dinosaur bone out of the earth.
Come on, let's go! Here it is.
It looks like a T-Rex femur.
Yes, it is.
Is it ready?
Let me take a look. Oh, I forgot my magnifying glasses.
Here, use mine.
Thank you, Jake. Let's see. Yes, the plaster's created a hard shell around the brittle bone. It's dry.
Yeah, it looks ready to me.
Jake, now listen to my directions.
I'm ready.
Gently put one hand on either side.
Careful, Jake.
I'm being careful.
Lift it slowly. The plaster might be stuck to the ground just a little bit.
Okay, lifting gently.
Slowly.
I got it, look! A real dinosaur bone!
Very impressive.
Definitely a T-Rex, I'd say.
I agree. Now, Jake, set it right here, nice and gently.
I got it. I got it.
Now, we need to record just where we found it. Rich, will you flag the edges of the space?
Sure thing. There you go.
I'll help.
Now, I'll measure how deep in the earth the bone was. Oh, no.
Oh, what is it?
I forgot my measuring tape.
Oh, I'll get it.
Thank you, Jake.
Oh, no!
I'm scared to look. He didn't.
He did.
Professor Z, I stepped on the dinosaur bone. I can't believe it. It's a disaster.
Oh, Jake, I just don't know what to say.
I ruined everything.
Jake, there are more bones, and thanks to McGee, we have the funding to keep the site open and keep uncovering them.
Hey, Professor, take a look at the bone.
What do you see?
Something here doesn't look quite right.
This is unusual. There are more and more reports of dinosaur bones being found with soft tissue inside.
Wow. That would mean these bones can't be millions of years old, as some people say. There could be blood cells too, you think?
I don't know. We need to get this bone under a microscope. Jake?
Oh, Professor, Rich, I'm so sorry. I ruined everything.
Ruined? Jake, we don't like to break dinosaur bones.
Well, I know that. It was an accident.
No, listen, Jake. We hardly ever get to look inside the bones, but
This could be the most important bone we've found yet.
and we wouldn't have found it if we hadn't looked inside.
So wait, breaking that bone was a good thing?
Maybe. Rich, get it under a microscope.
I'm on it. Oh, thanks, Jake.
You're welcome.
Jake, you not only saved this dig site, but you may have uncovered something revolutionary. You're welcome on my dig site anytime, son. Here, shake my hand.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Rich, wait for me.
Oh, where's my hat? Ah, there it is. Yep. Jacob P. Donovan, official dinosaur expert. Yes, indeedy.
Well, I think Jake is right. He is a dinosaur expert. Jake thought that breaking the dinosaur bone was a disaster. Well, it could have been, but God turned something that seemed bad into something good. And there's a favorite verse in the Bible that promises that God will use all things for his good. It's Romans 8 and verse 28, and this is what it says. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose. God worked it all out for good, and he does the same for us, and I am so thankful for that. Well, I'm Miss Jean, and you've been listening to a mini adventure in Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. Join us at discoverymountain.com and be sure to connect with us. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.